very satisfying to see people enjoying themselves, because meeting expectations in live sports is not good enough. You know, it's exceeding expectations so that people go away with the memory. We're never in a hurry to finish because we love doing it. When you finish is when it's done. You don't want that feeling, so you'd love it. I'd like green flag to last forever because it's such a great feeling, but you know, the event's got to happen. We traveled a lot. My dad was an RCMP officer. You know, you never really got settled, so I was always that kid that had to sort of, you know, introduce myself to new friends and stuff, and that made it probably one of the greatest assets I think I have today, is being able to meet and talk with people, and you know, probably being a good listener, because my dad always said, you know, you were talking when you should have been listening. He said I also delivered several crushing blows of my chin to someone's fist. And so it was a rough road coming through life, that, you know, and then I got to be a big kid and no one picked on me anymore. I swam 100-meter freestyle as one of my events, and I got to compete against every world record holder that held the world record during the time that I was swimming, and they were very impressive to watch from the next lane, but it was very humbling at the same time. But I did get a chance to compete against the best in the world, and I think, you know, looking up to all those people, that was, in my way, very satisfying. Some of my memories here at BCIT, we had a lot of fun. I was on Students' Council, and every Friday the 13th we used to run a beer garden out in the tennis courts, and I had an association with Labatt's. I worked there in the summers, so we brought in Lucky Lager, and we put posters all over the campus, get lucky for $1.25. I spent 12 years in many different roles at Bridgestone, climbed up to heading up all of the corporate communications and motorsports. They had a position out here in Vancouver. It opened up with the Molson Indy, and they asked if I wanted to do it, and boy, I was very eager to jump at that.
This is a tragedy for all of us, and I can't express you how sad I feel.
One moment takes me back in time, and I went down to Vegas to be a part of the Champ Car, the IndyCar Awards banquet, and was able to give away the Greg Moore Legacy Award. That night, Dario Franchitti had won that award. Dario was Greg's best friend in the sport. And, Dario's won many things, including the Indy 500 this year. But we hugged off stage, and he said, "This is magic." And Dario had said to me that of all the things he could win in the sport, this was the most important one. And he also had the greatest line. Someone asked him, "Do you ever miss Greg?" And he said, "Just every day." And he was a great person.
Leadership is all about building relationships. And with Stu, the relationships that you build where you want people to follow you and you want to be able to have them accept your leadership, you first have to touch their heart. And that's what Stu does.
You know, he's one of those people that has unbelievable people skills. And people are just comfortable working for him. And when Stu's got a project to do, he seems to have the ability to, whoever he calls, we would love to work with him on it.
That way we have 20 to 40 seconds. So it doesn't always have to be scoring. You just want tight where you can see their face and you can see the logo on the jersey. And then we can use that, even if it's a little musical montage.
Junior hockey is an amazing sport. These are kids that give their all, trying to make a career that is, potentially very lucrative. So they will give their heart and soul to make the NHL. And so every single shift, every single practice, these kids give their all.
What I love is he's got a smile. You know what? He lights up rooms and makes other people feel good. And I think that's an important quality that a man can have, and he has it. And I think that carries over for attitude. And Stu has attitude, and he feels good about himself. The list of intangible qualities he has are long ones. What I see out of him is a successful man who takes pride in his work and looks forward to doing the job every day.
I think leadership by example, leadership by walking around, meeting people in their work environment, like going to their office, very much a part of walking in their shoes. Like understanding not just the work side of somebody, but the pressures that they have in their personal life, in their family life, beyond their immediate family. Just really getting to know people allows you the empathy to be able to work with them and know how to coach them.
The team put together, led by Stu, really elevated the brand of the World Juniors in Canada to a level that they hadn't seen before, to probably the #1 brand for Hockey Canada today.
That's the lovely thing about live sports is that they create history as the clock ticks away. And one of those moments for me was at the end of the Memorial Cup game in 2007.
I remember I was standing up in one of the lounges and looking down, and he was standing there with Pat Quinn, and it was a great moment, to see absolutely beaming. They were just, I got choked up just being so proud of what he had accomplished.
It was amazing. I would never miss that moment. And watching it is a moment in time I'll always share. Every time I stand in that one spot, whether I'm the only person in the arena or it's in the middle of a regular game. Our family philosophy is the back door of our house is the front door to our cottage. And to walk out in our backyard and to kick back by far is the best. There's no phone there, there's no computer back there. I have a tendency of taking my watch off on Friday night and not trying to find it until Monday morning because I really don't care about the time when I'm away and when I'm at home, and that's our time to go to soccer games, to work around the house and just be regular family, the things that people would do every night when they come home from work normal hours. Puttering is probably the greatest recreation I could ever have.
Stu loves to mow the lawn, and he mows everyone's lawn in the neighborhood. He can do 6-7 houses a day. I think everybody thinks he's a little eccentric.
Everybody laughs because I have a tendency of cutting people's lawns and trimming their lawns when they're away on holidays, and they come back and they like when I do that.
As a dad, he's strict, but very loving. He's very protective. I think that when he looks at his past, he knows that I could just do the same.
My daughter's very happy that I'm at the Giants. She's now into that age bracket. It's one of those things. Everybody's motivated to go see sports for a different reason. In her case, 16, 17, 18-year-old boys are probably as important to her as her latest pair of Adidas shoes.
There'll be nails in her shoes before he'll let her go to her training camp.
One of the owners of the Giants said that I should go be put into a convent.
Poor Maddie, her life's just destroyed.
I'm going to the games of the season.
Being recognized as a BCIT Distinguished Alumni probably is a great accomplishment given where I've come from. Right? I was not a great student from a young kid, and to come through here, and it's very humbling, and I'm very proud to be chosen. But at the end of the day, I didn't win the gold medals at the junior championships. I didn't win the Memorial Cup. I never won a Molson Indy race, but I had a role in that, and I think the accomplishment is allowing to creating a stage and a forum for other people to achieve, and that gives me great satisfaction and great achievement.